Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. We are trying to chase promotion in League One this season. So far, we've had a positive start to the year. We've got the Papa John's Trophy on the horizon, but we'll be brushing past that today. We've won half of our games so far, and if we win half of our games by the end of the season, then we should be there or thereabouts with the promotion picture. Of course, only 6 potential promotion positions in League One as opposed to 7 in League Two. We have a derby game today as well. Not a local derby, but it is the Chesnoid derby. We will be playing Plymouth, who are just above us in the league, Sunderland and Cambridge. So simming our way past Exeter, through Shrewsbury and Northampton, with the midweek game against Plymouth in between, and then hopefully some points on the board. However, we do start with our Youth Scout monthly reports, hoping for something a little bit worldy in there. We haven't had anything that's been spectacular for a little while, but all it takes is that one player to burst onto the scene. I'm thinking if he's 6 foot, maybe a CDM to centre back or something. All it takes is that one player to burst onto the scene to completely change the outlook of your entire first team. We've not had much luck so far with these higher rated scouts though, if we're honest, thus far in this season. And you and Davey, 6 foot. Nope, they're all rubbish. Okay, never mind. We try again. Next month, we'll give it another go. Right, we will just quite simply quick sim the cup game because fans in real life don't really care about this competition. And quite frankly, I can't bring myself to care about it on FIFA either. In Football Manager, the finances from it can be quite handy. Mateo Fernandez has agreed to go to Crystal Palace. Now, you guys in the comment section, of course, are deciding over the past episode whether we do or do not go back for Ruben Richardson to replace Fernandez when January comes around. I'm still waiting for that feedback as I haven't had that episode go live yet as I'm recording this one, but certainly things are changing in some areas, and not only are they changing then, Fernandez currently on international duty and can't play now anyway. Shrewsbury side that we should certainly be beating, and Plymouth a side that we certainly will expect a tough game from, and then Northampton a side that we certainly should be beating, and then it's Cambridge and Sunderland which will be difficult fixtures. Shrewsbury do keep threatening on the break as well, which has got me a little bit worried. Edwards could have a shot here. Con it. There you go. Into the back of the net from Kai, and we're in front away from home. Vamos. Thank you, Kai. Appreciate that, pal. Second would be great. Thank you. As if, like magic, Samaras gives us the second and seals the points. But we are going to win this one by 2-0, and we'll very much be pleased with that. Cambridge lose again, unfortunately for them. Northampton lose again, unfortunately for them. And they're both threatened by relegation this season. Morris is saying thank you. You're welcome, pal. Keep it up. And we have indeed moved above Plymouth now on match day 7. We are into the playoff positions. It's so very tight though, but Bradford at the minute just looking to get away. Bradford from League 2 to the Championship in 3 years would be pretty damn good. We'll have to do the same ourselves, I guess. Former Cambridge man Callum Burton in goal for Plymouth Argyle. In real life, they sit top of League One and look like favourites for the title with just a couple of games to go. 5 at the back here, and they are strong. They should be challenging for promotion this season as well, although just having fallen out of the playoffs now with that last match day, with ourselves replacing them in that 6th position. Let's try and get ourselves even higher if we can. They're getting a little bit rash early doors. They certainly don't want to hang about. They want to get themselves back into the playoffs as quickly as they can, because we want to stay there. Connick. Edwards. Time it right. And Morris has time and space, I hoped, to get on his left foot. Not that he needs to. He'll bury it on his right. We lead by a goal to 0 against Plymouth early doors, and we couldn't have asked for a better start, could we really? Randall, it's a heavy touch. Castro will leap in. And again. Oh, Evaristo. What are they doing? Just letting you in. Unfortunately, you can't finish. It's a bit of a pain in the backside. Evaristo Castro nearly single-handedly saw Plymouth off there. Still no goal from a corner yet this season. But if something comes here, then would it count as from a corner? Well, we'll have another corner, so we'll try again. Still waiting for the goals from set pieces for the fan objective. And still we wait. Samaras with a good header. Callum Burton with a good save. That's a great ball by Wayne to Aliou. And the little ball rolls work beautifully. And the diving header from right would have been spectacular. He's furious with himself for missing it, but he gave it a great effort. Probably could have volleyed it, to be fair. Into Kennedy. Try and beat the man. And he's done that well. He's just got the legs, I think, Rory, here to get away. Little dink, cut back. Oh, it's a good save again by Burton. Another chance comes and goes for us to extend the lead, and the longer it stays at 1, the more nervy we'll get. In again to Edwards. Lovely first touch. That was excellent. And, oh, there was space there for Samaras to then maybe try and find Kai Connick. If we could have found the pass as it happens, we might actually concede. Everything has gone through Aliou. Oh, my Lord, what a goal. Well, they do combine this time, the two of them. And this time he goes for the volley rather than the diving header. And he's very pleased with himself this time. That's a great goal. Just defender switches off. Goalkeeper positioning, not great. But take nothing away from the goal. Quite well, actually. Edwards is in. I could go for goal. The angle is there, but we'll look for Kai. Oh, brilliant save by Burton again. How many times is he going to deny us a second goal in this game? It's already costing us 2 points because we've had plenty of chances to extend our lead. 5 shots on target so far, 1 in, and all of the others very well saved. Oh, it's heavy touch from Randall. It's a solid challenge by Samaras, but it's gone straight back to them. Gillespie, Randall. It's building nicely. Plymouth are looking like they're going to make us pay for our lack of clinical finishing up top. They're taking their chances. We're not taking ours. We did have a 100% record at home and a 100% clean sheet record also. That's obviously gone. Logan Brown is in behind here as Kai Connick's gone off now. And Logan Brown can't, in another one-on-one saved by Callum Burton, give us a goal. Back us up. Cleared away. Kennedy will nod this down. It's Stanley Evans. Stanley Evans. Brilliant save again by Burton. The old-timer trying to use all of his experience to help us get a point out of this. And it doesn't look like it's likely at the minute. Bloody Burton again. Keeps foiling us. Can Logan get to that? No. Kennedy looking to recover. Have to turn inside. He's done that very well. We've got plenty of support over here. But Mitch Backer's not the one. Samaras could be, but the pass doesn't reach him. I think we're going to lose against Plymouth. Our 100% and perfect home record is over. We are going to lose at home to Plymouth Argyle. There is not enough time for a counter-attack to be done. I had enough chances in that game to win it 5-2. But Callum Burton deserves man of the match there. I know obviously their front line have won them the game, but I think their back line are the ones that actually ensured that they got it. Wayne does get man of the match with an 8.6. What did Callum Burton actually get? Only a 7.7. 8 shots on target, 7 saves. I think that's the man of the match performance that they should be highlighting, really. Next is a simulation again, this time against relegation-threatened Northampton. Off to Sixfields then. Just down the M1, about an hour from Nottingham, where we're based as AFC Chesnoid. We take on a side that got promoted in the first season to this level, Northampton Town. They were better than us that year. Are we now better than them this? They're in the white, we're in the black. Dots, that is. Although our kit is actually red, our away kit, but the dots for some reason are black. Not that it matters. It's white versus black. And we're in the darker strip, and hopefully we'll come away with 3 points. We won our sim against Shrewsbury. Let's win this one too, please. We can be as creative as we were against Plymouth. We won't have a problem. That's a great ping. Go on, Edwards. Someone. Yes! It is Edwards. Not quite how we envisaged it happening, but happen nonetheless it did. And we're in front. Might have a late chance here, Northampton. There's only a couple of minutes left. And they have opened it up. And if it weren't for a good block by Mitch Bakker, they might have stolen something there. Minimal chances in the game. Minimal goals in the game as well. But one went in for us. We're delighted that it did. It keeps us in touch with the playoffs, but we have dropped out of them with that defeat to Plymouth, regardless of then winning our next game. So now, against Sunderland, who sit level on points with us, we have to at least hope for a point and MK Dons to lose. Actually, no, because that would still leave us behind Sunderland, wouldn't it? So we have to beat Sunderland if we definitely want to be in with a shout of getting back into the playoffs then. Well, let's go and do it. Sunderland, 2 75 rated players in their lineup. A 74 rated goalkeeper. A couple of 73s in there as well. Very, very strong. Ross Stewart up top is a baller. They've got Jack Clark still on the left-hand side for them. Anthony Patterson in goal is going to be one of the best in the entire division. They are outside the playoffs with ourselves at present. We both obviously have aspirations of going up this season, but both will do well to achieve it, given the strength of other squads in the league as well, but certainly Sunderland should be there or thereabouts come the end of the year. We have a couple of obvious weaker spots in our side. They have none. I don't know as they've got an absolute moment of 30-yard magic in them. Might not need 30-yard magic. They only need 3mm magic. Ross Stewart at the near post. Foot through it and keeper beaten. Certainly, you would say that that is the goalkeeper's fault for conceding at his near post. He should be doing better there. But do you just say, very well done to Ross Stewart? I think it's a mixture of both, really, isn't it? I mean, that should never go in from there. It just shouldn't, really. We're behind, and we don't look like getting back in it either. Big switch. Win that header. Well up. Go on, then. Kai, he's wrong foot the defender. He's in. Kai Connick immediately. We are level. Come the moment. Come the man. Kai Connick does it again for us. We didn't look like scoring at all. But apparently, them going in front has woken us up. We are playing some of the league's big boys today. And it's showing as well. Real tests to get through these fixtures now. For sure. Samaras to Kennedy. He's had a quiet season so far, Kennedy, if we're honest. Not seen as much from him this year as we did in League 2, but maybe that's just because we're up against higher quality opposition. Edwards is in behind here, and he could have won us it. With just 22 minutes to go on his weaker side, Tom Edwards misses the target in a really good chance that will see us not take the lead. Boyle is on the run, though. And Edwards is there in the middle again. If I can find him this time. Hit a hand. Hit a hand. Right. Okay. Set piece. Promising position. Isaac. Good delivery, please, sunshine. I see Kai at the back post, so we'll put like 3 and a bit bars of power on it to try and find him. It's Bakker that's underneath it. Goal from a set piece. And it might just be a match winner too. Mitch Bakker rises highest as he tends to do at 6'6" or 7. Yes! That's a huge result if we can see it through now. The defeat to Plymouth was gutting, but if we can beat Sunderland, who are just as good, if not better on paper, that could be absolutely massive for our season. Results like this prove that we can compete with the best in this division, and we are part of the promotion picture. I don't want to lose the lead that we've gotten here. Bit of space for Samaras. Quickly around the corner to Kai, looking for Morris. This could be it. Isaac Morris relying on his good footwork and then finishing ability. It will be a victory against Sunderland. Or not only did we get that goal from a set piece, they went in front. So as per the fan objectives, this would be a win from a losing position as well. It's a giant result and scoreline. This is the biggest game of the year so far. Comfortably. The ball was there to be won. Ben went for it. Ben missed it. Yellow card for him and penalty Sunderland. If we were only winning by 1, I probably wouldn't have tried to nip in there. It's a definite foul. I can't argue anything against the referee there for giving that. Sunderland with a chance to halve the deficit But with only a couple of minutes left in the game, they won't even do that. Big Mateus Fernandes with one of the largest contributions he'll have in the remainder of his time as an AFC Chesnoid player. He saves the penalty. A laboured, late, slow dive, but it was enough. Their keeper was out. But I'm not just going to rush it forward. We don't need to. A 3-1 win against Sunderland at home. They have the best squad we've played against so far this season, bar none. No question about that. So good. 73 4s and 5s in their numbers. They took the lead. They couldn't hold on to it. Took us to go behind to wake up in that fixture, but the character shown and the resolve shown and the bounce back ability, Ian Dowie, of this team, top draw. We deserved our goals today, absolutely. A win from a losing position, a goal from a set piece. Thrilled with the 3 points. Buoyed after the defeat to Plymouth. And now, as Lovery's completed his change to a CDM, still sees him 67. It's still going to take a little while to change him to a centre mid though. Just the casual 2.5 years. Okay, we'll keep training him in those midfield stats and see if we can improve him though. But that's good news for us. Oh mate, I can't tell you how pleased I am to have gotten that victory. Plymouth now up to second after beating us. They're flying now. But we're only 3 points off top. Fleetwood are the sides at the top of the table, and they were one of the sides we got a victory against earlier this season. We're in the promotion picture, but it's so tight, as you can see there, and it will be for the whole season. We know that going in. Right, Cambridge United to end the month on the 28th at the end of September. My boys, only 2 points above the drop zone, but no prisoners. We don't hand out results. We want to go and win at the Abbey, please. There's us in fourth, chasing the automatic spots of the 2 above us. Yes, there are 3 sides, but there are only 2 automatic promotion spots, hence why we're chasing 2. Cambridge United are opponents today in this final played game of the day. They've sold Dimitar Mitov, so they have Will Mannion in goal. They're 5 at the back. It's a pain in the backside. Both Liam and Ryan Bennett in there. Lloyd Jones and Okadina in there too, as Michael Morrison has either been sold on or retired. Kutkovskis and Ironside up top. Nibsy, Digby and May in the middle. They have an 11 and a bench, and that is it. A tiny squad at Cambridge now. So how they got up, I don't really know. But at the minute, they're doing enough to stay up. But it certainly doesn't look fantastic for the growth of the club with the size of the squad. It's a case of they are just trying to survive and then see what happens from there. Might be a number of free agents needed by Cambridge United moving forward if their financials can't cope. It's going to need some support. Look at that run from Edwards, though. Nicely done. Edwards up to 68 rated now and hoping to have more of an impact on this team. From that central role, Kai was onside and couldn't quite find that far bottom corner, trying to get it to go in off the post. Didn't quite get the angle right. Edwards to Castro. I was going to try and use the right back first there, but never mind. Kennedy will still look for Barry Knox, and we could yet still be in. Ryan Bennett is, bless his cotton socks, a great defender, but not anywhere near as fast as he once was. With pace probably in the late 20s, he's a little bit of a weak spot in their back line, and we've pressed on that weak spot and it's caved. Kai again, the man to break the deadlock. We lead at the Abbey Stadium. Out to Kennedy. Castro's there again, and then maybe return the ball. Go on, Ryan. Please, Ryan. You barely ever do, Ryan. Ha! His finishing stat genuinely isn't that bad anymore. Knox, Castro, Kennedy. Let's try and liven it up by picking the tempo up, perhaps. Kai keeps drifting too close to me here for my liking. I want him a bit further back. Edwards, slam it at the near post. He's hit the post, and he's there for the rebound. I want to try and loft it to Kai, because if he's ever to score a perfect hat-trick, he's going to need to get a header, isn't he? Of course. as he did in a game earlier in the season. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the bloody perfect hat-trick in, but Edwards is improving at cam, and he's having more of a say. And I tried to just catch the keeper out by going near post. I didn't catch him out, but I just get lucky with the rebound. That'll be a second. That'll be game. Unfortunately for the U's, no points on this occasion, and hopefully another clean sheet for us as well. I thought he'd run off the pitch with it then. That'll be game. Thank you, referee. We shall take the 3 points and be very happy indeed with them. That will not only consolidate our position in the playoffs, but at the end of this episode, it may well have pushed us into the top 2, perhaps. Barnsley beating Portsmouth, which is bad news for us. Bad news for Portsmouth as well, to be fair to them, who, after getting relegated from the Championship last season, find themselves in the relegation zone again this. Surely Pompey can't go back-to-back relegations. That would be diabolical. We continue to be 3 points off Fleetwood, who keep winning, and a point outside the playoffs because Barnsley keep winning too. But we are right in the promotion picture. Only 2 points inside the playoffs though, so no room for complacency. We're going to have to keep this going. Big month for us though. 4 wins from our 6 games, and to be fair, 4 wins from 5 in the league. Don't mind losing in the cup. We'll probably sim in the cup tomorrow as well. Barnsley, Bradford and Bolton will probably be the games that we play tomorrow, considering the nature of the table. Barnsley and Bradford in 2nd and 4th. That's a bit obvious, isn't it, with Bolton being 10th, higher than Vale, Wigan, or a couple of the others that we had. Accrington were the other one as well, weren't they? So, pretty straightforward episode tomorrow in terms of which games we play, but how well we do in those games remains to be seen. Now, can we end on a even higher high with a fantastic Youth Scout report? Please, yes. These are the last reports that I'll get from them before we need to send them out again, and I might need to actually start looking for players in certain positions, because searching for any is not yielding any, ironically, results. They're just not bringing me anyone that's any good. Alex Gibbs has a decent potential window, but I bet he's not great to begin with. 47 rated as a striker, who's evidently not a striker, but he's just not going to be of the quality needed. I need some better players, please. So I'm going to send my youth scouts out again, and we shall try again next month. But at the minute, the players that we already have are good enough and are doing the business. I am concerned that when we get to January, we might lose 1 or more. We're already losing 1 with our goalkeeper disappearing. And there might be more on the way out as well if we keep playing the way that we have been. But if we're very much in a promotion fight, we can be a bit more bullish in the transfer window, unless it's an obvious, like, oh, it's a Premier League side coming in for you. Well, I guess you're on your way. We shall wait and see what happens. But for now, everything going according to plan, which is scarily weird for me in a career mode save. I'll see you tomorrow.